right, we're now going to transition to a part of the show that we like to call What's Good. So What's Good is when I give a hypothetical scenario and then ask your expert feedback. Is that okay?
That's fine with me.
All right. Meet Patty. Patty is a 72-year-old Black woman and has carried 8 children full term, 2 premature babies, and a stillborn. She loves her kids and says that her biggest contribution in life has been through the lenses of her children. But recently she has been unfulfilled and decided to try therapy. It was in therapy that she learned that a woman could have an orgasm. Yeah, after birthing 9 children, Patty had never had an orgasm at 72 years old. She wants to go home and speak with her husband about it to see if she can experience this, but she has no idea where to start. How would you advise her?
Oh, wow. I love that. That sounds so familiar. You know, it's also so sad, you know, that to hear, I always get a little sad when I hear people who say that they've never had an orgasm. But at 72, I can imagine that's a thing, because my grandmother is 92, and I'm sure she's never had an orgasm. But what I would talk to her about, basically, I would talk to her about the functions of the vulva and the vagina, talk to her about, you know, erogenous zones. And usually at that part, we would talk about ways for her to explore the area first before I even introduced her to any type of apparatus or tell her to masturbate, because I know a lot of people go straight to, oh, just go masturbate, right? So basically, I would talk to her more about having dates with her vulva. Emily Nagoski calls these V dates. So where you get a mirror and you look at your vulva in a mirror. It's one of my favorite exercises to do at seminars and workshops. I don't actually do this. It's one of my favorite exercises to tell people to do. So basically, I would instruct her for a little while to just get comfortable, because chances are, if she's not had an orgasm before, she's probably not explored that area of herself before. So I would talk to her about maybe getting a little more acquainted with herself. And once she feels a little bit more comfortable, we can talk about manual stimulation of the clitoris and the vagina as well. And then I would introduce something small to her, like a small vibrator or something that vibrates or something like that. And then we would talk about that experience.
Very good. I love that. Awesome.
Thank you.
So I want to make sure that you tell us a little bit more before you go about your book, Use Your Mouth. When I hear the title, I think oral, but is that...
I know, right? So I love this. When I first made the Use Your Mouth brand, I made Use Your Mouth Sex and Relationship Conversation Starter cards. And I made these because, of course, as a sex and relationship therapist, I see a lot of people who say we have communication problems, and people aren't talking about sex in their relationships. People who have sex with each other aren't talking about sex. So they're not knowing what each other like. They're not knowing how to explore. They're not even having conversations about the relationship. So I made the Use Your Mouth Conversation Starter, Sex and Relationship Conversation Starter cards first, to help people connect in and out of the bedroom, and to basically, because conversations save relationships, and conversations, basically, we need conversations for our relationship to build intimacy. We need those. So having these conversations actually bring us together, and it increases intimacy, right? So after I made the cards, people wanted more. They were like, expansion pack, blah, blah. And then people were still talking about wanted more intimacy. So whenever they would come in, and whenever I ask people about what intimacy means for them, or what's intimacy, they go straight to sex. They're like, well, we have sex about 3 times a week. And so I realized that the reason why people didn't feel as connected is because they didn't really understand intimacy fully outside of the sexual realm. So I wrote a small pocket-sized book. It's called Use Your Mouth, Pocket-Sized Conversations to Simply Increase 7 Types of Intimacy in and Out of the Bedroom. And so the book is basically, it's a very short read. It's basically to help couples understand different types of intimacy, including sex, because often we hear, they only touch me when they want sex, and I want more intimacy. And so a lot of people are like, well, what does that mean? And they're like, I just want you to just be closer to me. And so the book actually helps to define what that means for a lot of people. So it can be found on my website on thegreencouch.com, and it is an Amazon #1 bestseller.
Whoop, whoop. Yay!
Yes.
Congratulations. So tell us your website again real quickly.
The website is onthegreencouch.com.
Okay, and I was just looking on your website, so it looks like though you're located in Baton Rouge and surrounding areas, you can service the whole state. Is that correct? Through telehealth.
That's correct. Yeah, that's correct.
Yes, and you can follow her on Instagram.
Yes. My Instagram handle is Sexologist Shamyra. I'm also Sexologist Shamyra on Facebook, and I'm on there on Twitter, but I'm not on Twitter. I just share everything from Instagram to Twitter because I can't really understand Twitter. It's too fast for me.
Right. Wow.
So I'm mostly on Instagram though and Facebook as Sexologist Shamyra.
Love it. You have brought a wealth of knowledge for us today. You have talked about some very, I don't even want to say taboo because it shouldn't be, but I think we still internalize it that way. But you made it safe. You talked about it in a sex positive way. And I have learned so much. And I'm going to grab your book. And I want to direct my audience to do that as well.
Good. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. Thank you for this interview. I truly appreciate it. And I can't wait for us to follow up soon.
Same here. Thank you for inviting me. I'm so glad that we've got to meet.
Fantastic. You take care. You have a wonderful day.
You too. Thank you so much. Bye, y'all.
Bye.